Both of my entry orders went off and I now have 3 positions. And on top of it, we have money on the table. Hello, I'm Robert and welcome back. Let's get straight into the live market and talk about what we have going on. We can see that my position size of 440 units, the limit order I set a couple of days ago, has triggered. And right now we have a $1.86 profit. I could take that off the board right now and have literally that amount in my balance. Or I can do what I have been doing and use a trailing stop at around $1.50 or $1.60 to try to capture more profit. We can see though that the market is going upwards from the candles. If we look at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the lows of each of these days are going in an upward direction. So from the standpoint of what I think is going to happen, I really don't think we're going to be able to capture much more profit in this market looking at what we see on the chart. So I personally think it would just be more advantageous to cash out and simply walk away with what we have. So that's what I'm going to do. Cash out and walk away. Take what I've got and be happy. So we click on it, it lights it up, we press on the little X, and then we cash out with a sweet little profit. Now the actual amount of the profit posted is $1.82. Spread, volatility, so forth all take their place. But $1.82 is better than $1.50, given what we see in today's candle for the low. $1.82 is better than doing nothing and having a loss, or getting greedy and wanting to make more money when we shouldn't. This is the kind of thinking that really makes the account stable. Understanding your risks, understanding how to protect your resources is everything. This is why you need to really focus on risk management. I can't talk about that enough. Too many times risk management gets ignored. And unfortunately, it is catastrophic in the end results. That being said, as we look at the chart, do we place another entry order to try to capture that kind of a momentum again? Because we can see by looking at the last couple of weeks, we have an area that buyers and sellers are agreeing to. That is a ceiling or a resistance that they don't want price going above. That area is realistically something that can be capitalized on again. So that becomes the question in terms of what we are actually looking at. Do we try to capitalize on that market again using this upper boundary as the potential for where we put the next order? I say yes, we do. It's worked out well. We've made some very nice profits along the way, and I say we keep going. We have enough distance between the positions that should we continue at the third position, I'm not worried about our risks or our holdings because we've done well. So I think we can easily handle the risk, and quite frankly, with what we've seen for the profits that this is making, the risk has been quite minimal. If we look at the actual risk parameters, we can see we are just about 1% risk of the entire account. That's good. That's manageable. That is well within the comfortable limits of how much we want to really risk. So let's go ahead and set up the next entry level and get it positioned appropriate to where we want. But this time I'm going to use 443 units. Get a little bit more in terms of what we're working with. So now that we've got it put in, let's put it where we want it. Again, just above the high of today's candle. I don't necessarily want it to trigger right away. I want to try to capture that momentum. And if it doesn't trigger, then we know that we have hit a clear resistance area for the time being, and we can always adjust it later on. So now that we have it, let's submit it and go from there. Clean and simple. But this really is the point of lazy trading. Being able to make these kind of decisions and not have to worry about the account. Share your thoughts on this. What do you think? Do you like this style of trading? Do you use this style of trading? What is your preferred style? Let me know. Please give this video a like to help it spread and help others be introduced into this relaxing form of trading. Thank you for watching.